How's it going, everybody? Choco here, and welcome back to some more How to Minecraft Season 6. We're picking up right where we left off, and I'm going to be going in here and slaying out a couple of these blazes. Now, I did add some doors, although I don't know who added the slabs. I had signed on here for a little bit to kind of like poke around and see if I could help Sight and Speedy at all, because they were running around and doing whatever else, so we can get this world expansion quest done. And so we made these doors, but again, I'm not so sure about the slabs. Nothing else to my knowledge has been changed. But we're really going to go straight back into this and hopefully go kill some of these more blazes and fill up some more blaze rods. The magic number, if I remember correctly, is something like 47. 47 puts us at roughly, so each one of these rows is 9, right? So at 47, we're kind of expecting this to be basically 2 double shulkers and change. So it's looking pretty rough. Looks like we got a long grind ahead of us. And also, if we have the time, I'd like to make an ender pearl farm. I had not really ever like made a proper enderman farm, and I just saw it basically for the first time yesterday. I was doing a little bit of like prototyping or whatever else, and yeah, it looks pretty wild, I'm not gonna lie. I still don't know why they did this. I don't know what this is for. I don't know who did this, but someone did that. But anywho, I've heard rumblings as well that there was some kind of, what is this? Meph's chest. Oh, okay, I see. So he made a little chesty chest for himself, question mark? I don't know. What? Am I? Oh, it's a slab! Why? Why is he doing this? Why did he make this into slabs? I'm going to break that, because that's incredibly unsafe. I don't know why he did that. I wonder what the point of that is. I wonder if there is a point to it. Well, either way, let me go ahead and cover this up. But anyways, we're going to go resume this. Oh my gosh, these slabs are annoying me. Yeah, I'm just going to break those. I just really CBD. All right. But yeah, I'm going to be reading chat a little bit more again today and kind of just hanging out. But the game plan should be that we're going to farm these blazes. I'm going to turn down this volume a little bit because it's going to get annoying. But we're going to go ahead and keep on keeping on, I suppose, and we're gonna go slay more of these blazes, and then if we have time, we'll switch to ender pearls. Ender pearls, we have a couple ways of farming, but from what I could tell, they're hyper efficient, so they're really quite impressive. Just how much throughput you can get on some of those bad boys. So we'll see how things end up going and how they end up shaking out. I get the feeling that my inherent view on the subject is going to end up being that, yeah, I should just go ahead and make an enderman farm, because I never realized how efficient they were. Again, I've heard rumblings of someone having made an enderman farm that's just like super overpowered. Did he slab this level? Is that what this was? Huh? Yeah, he slabbed the level. Why? Why has he done this? Haven't a clue. Oh, that's so weird. Maybe increases spawn rate a little bit? Was this just to fireproof things so you couldn't light things on fire? I have no idea. Also, hello everybody in chat. Howdy, howdy, howdy. It looks like so Dearth is saying that this is to help prevent fire from spreading. And apparently Kenny has not taking off today or something. But yeah, so anyways, oh wait, let me actually if you have not, I would I'm kind of lazy, but basically if you are also a fan or following Kara, Quintessly up here, you can also check out something that she actually put out there for her community. She put out this, and for Twitch chat, I'll go ahead and link it for you now. But this link hopefully is not something suspicious, but I'm pretty sure this is going to lead you to a Google form. But she has a Google form out there where she was asking for some feedback from the community and stuff. I'm gonna be busy grinding, so I'll save it as a surprise. But yeah, go ahead and check that forum out if you are in Twitch chat. If you are, of course, on YouTube and you're like, I didn't know this, I would like to help. Then yeah, we'll go ahead and see. We'll go ahead and see what's going on. Whoop. And I don't know, when's that form of yours closing? We'll kind of see what all this is up to. But yeah, so Enderman farm seems hyper efficient. Just letting my folks know. But yeah, the Enderman thing should be pretty efficient. It's pretty wild. In terms of the efficiency and throughput of Enderman is ludicrous. With 100% damage, I should be able to do quite a bit. For a little bit there, I was contemplating whether or not I wanted to make some kind of like drop system and stuff, but I'm just not entirely sure what exactly damage will count for. In terms of the PvE boost damage, like we know that the 100% or the sweeping doesn't seem to be affected by the damage buff, and there's a couple of odds and ends here and there that aren't also really working. We apparently also have 7 stacks of blaze rods from Kenworth himself. So what? With 7, if I get these 2 stacks right here, that's going to constitute 27 of the 47 that we're going to be needing. Oh wait, no, I think it was 47 for the whole shebang, right? So I suppose I'm only really looking for a little bit over 24. So actually we're over the number as is for the halfway point. I say we keep on going because I think we have a pretty decent shot here of getting the whole thing done. So I'm going to go ahead and operate off that assumption, and we're going to see whether or not we could go ahead and kind of wrap up this world expansion quest. I might, depending on how I'm kind of feeling about it, we might kind of cheekily do it at the start of the next recording session. I'm recording this a little bit later today, but maybe tomorrow we'll try to turn it in. I'm not entirely sure. We'd have to see. Again, I don't expect anyone to have really like hardcore grinded just for a long time on blazes, so I'm going to assume that we're pretty safe and sound at the front of the pack here. But we'll see. I can't really check to see what the current ratings are for the quest. I don't think there's a command for that either, so I guess we'll have to wait. But we'll go ahead and we'll continue onward. I have no, how many bars is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so let's assume that about so a third of it is done, right? So we have 2/3 of this whole quest left to go. We have 6,000 of them total, right? So that means that we're gonna be dropping that to 4,000 required, which means we're gonna need 2,000 blaze rods. If anyone could crunch the numbers on that math, I'd appreciate that. So we can go ahead and see, but like 2,000, 64, so we're gonna be somewhere, I think we're gonna be in the ballpark of, oh geez, 64 times, what's 2,000 divided by 64? We're looking at like 30 something stacks, question mark. So we'll have to see. Apparently it's gonna be about 32 stacks, so we're actually really close. So yeah, we might be able to wrap this up and just go straight into Ender Pearl farming, which should be pretty non-issue level kind of stuff, because we have 27 in there, we have 5 more stacks to go. So I'm going to be out here, we're going to grind out this last stack, that'll get us to 27, and then we need 5 more stacks, sorry, to hit 32, and hopefully that'll see us the rest of the way. I do think there's a little bit of that bar that's missing, so we're going to go ahead and just kind of try to sneaky sneak our way there. And as for the Enderman thing, I have no idea. I'm hoping that what was banned was not an Enderman farm, because Enderman farms in general are just kind of like wild. But we'll see. Chat, if you happen to know anything about this Ender Pearl situation or the Enderman farm situation, I was actually going to make that our endgame XP farm, and I guess someone else might have already made it, so I'm not really sure. But I would appreciate any intel on that. It's not really great for MCMMO necessarily. Actually, it might be pretty good for MCMMO. Because the throughput of Enderman is like ludicrously high, so we'll go ahead and we'll kind of see what's going on with that, but we'll have to figure it out. The throughput on it is really wild. The experience you get, that's hands down going to be the the quote unquote right way for us to approach doing the mending and stuff. So as a future note, that's pretty good. Of course, the downside is that when we grind our pigmen have the added advantage of, you know, they're pigmen. They drop useful stuff all the way around. All right, so this is gonna, with Kenny's 7, right? We're thinking that we're at 27. So let me get 5 more stacks here. I might even consider getting an emergency stack just as like an extra, just in case. But we'll see. Apparently Mefs got banned, Brawl and Mefs. They're not allowing Enderman farms. Ooh, admins, any around? Wait, if that's the case, then we might have some problems here. E-farms are not allowed. Okay, that's not great. Wonder why they're banning a vanilla mechanic. A little bit strange. Alright, weird. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, we'll see, I guess. I don't really know. So I'm getting like differing reports about like, hey, it's allowed, hey, it's not allowed, so we'll see. Apparently some Brawl made 2,000 what? 2,000 the eyes? It's pretty wild. You'll need about 30, or wait, what? You're gonna need 250 stacks of ender pearls, yikers. 250 stacks. 27 stacks in a pop. Yikes. That's gonna be pretty wild. Kara used it though? Okay. Kenny only did 6 stacks. Oh, okay. Kenny already sold a stack of blaze rods. He sold it? Wait, what? What do you mean he sold it? He turned it in? Oh, I still have my elytra on. I was like, man, I'm taking a lot of damage. This is kind of vanilla. It's vanilla with plugins. There are certain parts of it that will operate in the same way as vanilla, but there are obviously, like, you don't normally have that thing on the top, right, with world expansion quests and stuff, so there's some custom stuff in here. So okay, so someone has submitted 2,000 Eyes of Ender. So they contributed a third, really? Wow. I'm very shocked by that. That's, wow, that's a pretty crazy amount of blaze that they did. Yeah, Kenny turned in 128. Okay, I see. Okay, so if Kenny did do that, then I need to get one more stack, and then that will be considered to be a full shulky of blaze rods. So we'll have to see. Need more clerics. Having more clerics doesn't really help that much. Like, it helps a little bit, but it shouldn't matter that much in all honesty. And if the Endermen are fine, if I can make an Enderman farm, then this is kind of a moot point. It's really wild how much they make. You should give all Ender Eyes to Kenny to submit because he already submitted some. Why? I mean, I guess if he's on tomorrow and if we end up doing it tomorrow, then I suppose that's fine, but I don't know why I would normally. So he gets the ×2 money. I mean, I'm pretty sure if we turn in like 4,000, I think mathematically we can all agree that I'm going to be getting the 2 times money. I don't see why would I wait if I can do it today? I'm confused. Doesn't really make sense to give it to him. I'm in agreement. I don't really understand the point. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Man, we got a lot of grind ahead of us today. So what, the number we said was we need 32, right? So if we're going with 32 stacks, then I am in the hunt for, after this bad boy, 5. So after this stack, we're looking for 5 more stacks. That should be reasonable. We should have some time for Ender Pearls today. What do we have on our sword? We got ourselves Kusanagi, which means looting 3, mending, sharpness 5, sweeping 3, and unbreaking 3. We are still on vanilla gear. If you're wondering, like, oh, well, where's like your ninja and all that stuff? I am rocking still with the basic vanilla stuff because we haven't really grinded. I think the one time we went to go, I think we got 3 Springs books? Question mark? No, what did you get? We got something. I can't remember what. I think we merged in a might sword and we put it onto Achilles. So I think Kenny currently has like the strongest iteration. But we shall see. We shall see. I'm just saying they can get. Oh wait, okay. I think okay. So I think what he was trying to say about me giving it to Kenny is. So this is actually not that bad of an idea. If Kenny and I are both in the top, whatever number, I forget how many people it goes up to, we all get ×2 the amount of money. So if I can make sure that Kenny and I both place in the top whatever number of people, then it should be the case that both of us ought to be rocking out with the ×2 multiplier. I think that's what he's trying to say. I have been summoned. Yeah, I was wondering. I've heard rumblings about Enderman farms being banned or something. Here, I'm gonna hop in Discord so we can chat. And I was just wondering what that was all about. I've heard some things about people being banned. I've heard weird things. I've heard weird things rather. So we'll see. Yeah, okay, so yes, okay, so that's what he was saying. So what was being said was, yeah, we basically want to make sure that whenever Kenny, at the end of the event, the World Expansion Quest, what we'd like to do is make sure that Kenny is above the threshold, so his turn-ins are worth 2 times. I don't know if they adjusted the value, but as of right now, it wouldn't be much, but sure, we can try to get that done. Yeah, I've also heard Kenny has an absolutely ridiculous stockpile of boss loot, which we might partake in. To be seen. Well, I mean, I didn't want to summon you out of bed. It wasn't like urgent. I was just wondering what was going on. I've heard that people have been banned for Enderman farms, and I was wondering what exactly they got banned for, because I was thinking about making one today. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they did something like, I don't know if they actually did like entity counts and stuff, and like if they did like, was it like the entity spawning repeat? I don't know if that's still a bug in Minecraft 1.14.4, but I'm not planning on doing that, but Enderman farms are pretty wild anyhow.
Well, yeah, so, what was it? Roll and Meth, I came along either yesterday or the day before, and they, quickly chopped up an ender farm. To start getting pearls for the quest. My understanding, and I may be completely wrong because I haven't been up in stream time to know about this, but my understanding was is that basically you can get some ender pearls from them, but not all of them for the quest. To be fair to others.
Okay. What does that mean?
That's up for interpretation, because I only know bits and bobs because I've not been around for stream time.
Well, we can't run an Enderman farm while other people are, like, if people are on and there's an Enderman farm running, it'll obliterate the farm, or it'll obliterate people's connection, because the server is going to be loading in like 3 million and like Enderman a second and running that through. So I kind of do want to know specifics on this one. I don't want to do something that people are going to be like upset that I did, but I mean, an Enderman farm is an Enderman farm.
It shouldn't be too bad, I don't think.
That's pretty wild in this version. It's like I was doing it and I was lagging locally. Do they stack?
No, they don't.
Because if they
Enderman
didn't
are
stack,
one
then
of
maybe
the
there's
things.
huh?
I believe Enderman are like one of the few things that don't stack.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, unless the design is like something absolutely absurd,
It's literally a spawn platform. It's a spawn platform and stairs. Is basically how it works.
If it's the same as any other Enderman farm I know, I think it should be fine.
Okay, and I can use that to work towards the world expansion.
Yeah, some, not all, just like so other people have a chance, but yeah.
Oh, I was gonna finish it today.
Well,
Dot question mark.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know on what's name.
Wait, hold on, I can't hear you. This blazers are shooting at me. Okay, what?
I don't know what Nate's reaction to that's gonna be, so take that as you will.
Let me see if he's around. After I kill
I
this
haven't been around too much because I've been in Australian sleep schedule, so I haven't.
Yeah, I find that wildly unacceptable that you're sleeping in accordance with the sun. I am offended by this.
It's unfortunate, but I'll be back next Monday to Dom's schedule.
Let me see here. Just confirm, Nate is Frost, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me shoot out a message to him and let me see what's going on. Oh, this is also a good opportunity for me to go get Kenny stuff and confirm how many we have. Yeah, no, the burden of having that many entities spawning and stuff is almost certainly going to cause lag. I would be very, very shocked if it was just like, oh yeah, it's fine, dude. Everything's fine. Like, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's either way, whenever you're doing anything that has a huge throughput on a server, my personal belief is that you need to do that not when everyone else is doing stuff. Because if you do it while other people are doing stuff, you have the potential of really messing up everyone, which is not really cool. Okay, Frosty Boy is coming. I did not pick up the blaze rods because small brain. Hey, you guys want to do like an Iron World quest? Just saying.
We did one of them.
I know. Can we do another one? Asking for a friend. This friend might be Choco.
Oh, I thought this friend might be Kenny because he gets access.
Well, as it turns out, we are one of the same. Hey, little Frosty boy. I didn't break anything. Could you not lead in with that? How about we lead in with, hey, how you doing, man? Hope all is well.
Hey, Choco, how are you doing?
There you go.
What'd you break?
I didn't break anything!
The starting sentence is, what did you break, or what are you going to break?
No, that is unfair. I do not deserve.
I open up that with everyone. That's my opening sentence to any stream when I'm requested. It's,
well,
what did you break?
That just sounds like you are in need of not being...
No, I just know that 90% of the time it's because someone broke something.
Well, I have not broken something.
All right, where are you?
I'm literally getting golden carrots so I don't starve to death. I'm not doing anything that would alarm you at the moment.
Well, I'm asking what you're like
that's where the curious part comes in.
I'm getting golden carrots so I don't starve. Can you even eat golden carrots?
Yeah, what do you mean? Golden carrots are the best food in the game. What are you talking about?
Oh, I didn't give a 3. I'm like, why am I vanished?
I feel like this is wrongful persecution. Okay, I don't know why you're warping to me, as there's nothing I can do for you here, and this doesn't have anything to do with what I'm going to ask you about.
Why did you need me to come in here?
Because I had a question for you. I wanted clarification about something. Okay, so I've heard that there was some stuff that went down, and basically there were some boys who got in some trouble for an Enderman farm. I'd like to know what the
Yes.
rules are about an Enderman farm, because I was thinking that we're gonna probably reach the Enderman part today, of our grind that we started yesterday, and I wasn't sure exactly what was restricted and what was not. I'm assuming that a vanilla plain Jane farm that doesn't do anything weird with like ticks and stuff would be fine, but I don't know if that's true. So I was
Their
hoping.
farm is so broken. I can't stop anything.
Is it an Ender? It's just an Enderman farm, right? I'm assuming they didn't do like a broken
Dude.
one.
It's very broken.
Yeah, but okay, is it broken in the
normal.
sense of okay? So it's a normal farm.
No, it's a normal farm, but
Okay.
it abuses a mechanic and makes it very, very, very overpowered for both XP and Enderman farming.
Yes. Okay. Is that allowed?
I mean, can I really stop that? All you're doing is placing some blocks in the end.
Right. Okay.
It's
So
not
we're
like
good.
you're actually breaking something. You're just making it easier for Endermen to spawn and abusing the fact that they are around.
Okay. Cool. So I can do that. There's no problem with this.
Sure, go nuts.
Okay. So we're all good, everyone. We
I
can.
didn't stop brawling meths, so
Yeah.
Okay.
they
then what
already
was
had
this-
it done and were abusing it by the time we got to them.
Well, wait. What was this about a ban then? Were they banned for a little bit?
Oh yeah, I banned them because I didn't want them going over the limit because they were they'd been playing online for a while, so I banned both of them.
Oh. Well, that's spooky.
Well, Meths had been on for like 2.5 hours at the time, and Brawl had been on for like an hour,
Wait.
hour 20,
What?
something like that.
How is that too much time? What?
I banished him from the underworld. Well, he was grinding a lot. He wasn't even streaming, I don't think.
Oh, you gotta do that on stream. Okay, yeah, that ain't cool. Come on, guys, we're better than this. If you're gonna do something, you gotta do it on stream.
He might have
Come
been
on, guys.
recording, I don't know, but he was grinding quite a bit, and I'm like, all right, now I'm bored of you grinding. Get out.
Okay, now that just sounds like abuse of power. That went from I understand to wait, you were bored? You did this because you were upsetty spaghetti that it was not entertaining content for you?
Listen. He went up to like 100 and something sword levels and 200 XP levels. I gotta draw the line somewhere.
I mean, you act like we didn't do that with. Maybe I shouldn't say anything. You know what? We're good.
It's a very, very. Honestly, if Endermites didn't despawn, their farm would have been so much more broken. But Endermites are broken right now, so you can't like consistently run the farms,
Yes.
which is good.
Yeah, sure you can.
Well, you'll find a way. I can assure.
Yes. Endermites are very inconsistent and cannot be put in such a way where.
So name tags and minecarts, they seem to break in that as well.
What do you mean?
So the usual way, like if you name tag an endermite and then put in a minecart, usually it would stay. But for some reason, and it's like this is vanilla break, they just don't quite persist all the time.
We
It's
can't even
randomly
name a
formed.
spawn egg of an endermite and have it live. It'll just disappear after a while.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
we'll. Well, you know, I'm sure that that is definitely going to apply to me, and I'm sure that that will definitely be a mitigating factor as to how it will work. And
Your
you have nothing to
sarcasm
worry
upsets
about it.
me.
There is no sarcasm here. Big smile. Thank you for your insight as always. I appreciate it.
I'm just gonna
And
log out.
guys, okay, listen. You can't always come in here and just assume that I'm going to like destroy everything, okay? This is how I got that bad reputation in the first place. I don't do this. I'm not like this reaper of like Minecraft mobs. Like I'm a normal Choco, you know?
Isn't the definition of Choco breaks everything?
No, the definition of Choco is not breaking everything. How dare you?
Look, man! I've seen you play Skyblock.
Okay.
It's scary.
Okay, listen, Skyblock and Sky Factory were broken to begin with, so it had nothing to do with me, all right? It wasn't my fault that over 100 million items got converted to error blocks, all right? That wasn't a me thing. That was a filing cabinets error. Hey, Artie can make sure that...
Filing cabinets error.
It was. It actually, honest to goodness, was. They patched it, and then we found out they can't merge an AE2 system with filing cabinets and expect the server to work, and it literally started deleting itself. And yes, you might think to yourself, well, Choco, that's because you had over 1 billion items. I disagree. I think it was to do more so with the fact that the farm was just broken, and so you can't possibly be angry. If you were wondering, by the way, where the Sky Factory 4 series has gone, it's because the world literally over-corrupted itself, and the backups got corrupted as well as the actual world, because basically it put events into motion that we couldn't stop, so all of our backups are corrupted. But that's not a me problem. Again, I'm an innocent Choco doing innocent Choco things, and I feel attacked. I think I deserve an apology, guys.
Little seems where they were smoke this fire.
Okay, listen, Coder, I don't want to hear this, especially from you, whenever we literally sat in the same call and we tried to puzzle out why the server was broken on that the KwehCraft series or whatever, and then I had to go into a nuclear reactor and basically just reach in and go, there is the blood of a dead Jerome in here. That is why this has been broken. And then going, it's also lagging because this is about 20 times bigger than it should be. It wasn't actually that large. It was like 1.5 times larger. But like the point being, it was significantly larger than it was supposed to be. So you know what? Maybe I'm not the breaker of servers. Maybe I'm just like the protector of them.
I thought the blood of a baka like ups the power rate.
It wasn't my farm before you try to make it turn this around on me. Be like, yeah, that Choco guy. Press X to doubt. And I'm just like, no, I did not deserve it.
Where's that doubt emote?
No. There is nothing to doubt. I am an innocent bystander, all right? Hey,
Chat,
I have...
press X.
No. Chat does not
X.
press X. Chat loves me. How dare you try to turn my chat against me? Chat supports me in all that I do. Chat, stop!
I'm seeing some X's, dude.
I saw a Y. I see some Z's.
Why?
Imagine that doesn't really help. It makes it look like the chat's going, why do you do this? Why? F, rip. We've gone from the letter X to the letter F. Great. Thanks, guys. These are my beloved sons, by the way, who are bullying me. Absolutely rude.
We're just doing what families do.
Okay, so
why the innocent button though?
all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just make a hopper chain for the underbelly. How's that sound? You
Okay.
bunch of rascals.
I'm pretty sure hoppers are broken too, so it's okay.
Wait, what?
If you chain hoppers right now, they break.
How so?
Like if an item goes into one and then it goes into a second one, the first one breaks.
What?
Yeah. I don't know why.
That can't be. We've done this already on the server, and it's perfectly fine. I mean, not like a large one, but...
Yeah, let me see if I can replicate it really quickly.
As I hear Coder desperately start typing, wait, what? That's a bigger problem. I was never told about this.
I thought I did tell you about it, Jackson. Sorry if I didn't.
I can't remember.
For Jackson, every day is a haze of just confusion and just a bunch of bug reports. It's all broken! Yeah, how's that different from yesterday? It's more broken than yesterday. But everything was broken yesterday. It got fixed and broken it again.
Pretty much. It might just be in the corrupt dimension that it does it.
I mean, it's in the corrupt dimension. What did you expect was going to happen?
Alright, it works here.
Wow, thanks guys. By the way, now Tex is trying to blame Stone Block on me. Which, I mean, actually, technically for that series, I did kind of break it. But that's not the point. I wasn't...
You guys are missing the point here.
No, that was a different problem. That had to do something with, like, there was, like, some kind of a chiseled version of a water block or something, like a water stone. But if you chiseled it, it, like, didn't understand how to apply the texture. So it tried rendering, like, 15 textures on the same block or something strange. And it was just like...
I love chiseled liquid. That's so much fun.
No, but it's like, it's chiseled, like, water block or something. So it's like magma blocks,
Yeah.
but they're...
Yeah.
So they ended up just, like, being really goofy and funky, and it had nothing to do with me.
It's Chisel and Bits. Chisel and Bits does that all the time with stupid random things.
Yeah. And not to mention, if you want to blame anyone for anything involving Infinity Cows, you should be blaming Tex. Because he still hasn't fixed the Infinity Cows for him and Artie. The Artex Coalition still didn't get that, and I had to give them Infinity Cows finally, and then it all broke. I haven't broken anything. If anything, the admins broke stuff.
What are you talking about?
The hoppers that you were just talking. I didn't break the hoppers. I have nothing to do with that.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean? You just told me about it. I didn't know that was a thing.
That's what they all say.
Oh my word.
Like, I didn't do it. Yeah, Jackson, come here really quickly.
Is it happening in the overworld? Question mark.
No. It's just in
Okay,
the.
good.
It's just in the corrupt dimension.
So I'm getting permission to go ahead and use a hopper chain.
I mean, it's a hopper.
Coder, you heard him. You heard him. Just give me the okay.
I mean,
Chat,
crash
clip
the
that,
server,
please.
It's not my problem.
Chat, clip it. Clip it. I need evidence.
Look, if I drop seagrass, hopper breaks.
That's funny. That's actually really funny.
Can you hear that, guys? That's the sound of a man who's been defeated.
It happened in while we were doing stuff for the thing for Josh.
Sounds
Just one of
incredibly
them just
suspicious.
Broke.
Thanks, Darth. All right, so
Suspicious.
that solves many problems with my underbelly design. Thank you.
Have you seen this room, Jackson?
Yeah, I was there when it was made.
Oh, okay. Have you seen what's in the chest? Did I show
Yeah.
you?
No, 'cause I remember suggesting to put these in.
Oh yeah. Choco, have you seen this room?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Really? You haven't come over here yet?
I don't know where here is. I don't know.
Whisper secrets.
I don't know which Josh you're talking about. I'm still not entirely sure who Josh is. I think Josh is Phantom, and also Josh is Zerka ? Or something along those
Yeah, I'm
lines.
talking about the Zerka Josh.
Yeah, it's really confusing.
I know. It happens. No, we're just talking about secrets in the corrupt dimension.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Is the secret that? Oh, okay. So what counts as an exploit for a fight? ? Asking for a friend.
Exploit for a fight?
Yeah. So like hypothetically, if I knew of a way that I could one-shot the boss, is that considered to be cheating?
I'd be sad.
But would it be cheating?
I don't know. Jackson, do you think that's cheating?
I mean,
If he finds a way to kill the boss in one hit? Wait, how would you do that?
yeah, it depends on more. We need probably more info for that.
Okay, let's hypothetically say in this hypothetical situation that I was able to do a phenomenal amount of damage to the boss, in a relatively safe and quick way. What becomes of that?
I will fix it.
Okay. Why?
Because I have spies everywhere.
Okay, well in that case, I absolutely don't have anything to report. Yep, everything's working just fine.
Like, if you've done it on stream or anything on stream, I can find out.
Yep. Suddenly, chat, I'm gonna get very oddly sick every time I go to the corrupted dimension. So all of them will be recordings. It'll be edited. All you're gonna see is a big smiling emoji every single time that I go into the corrupted dimension.
Footage has been corrupted by the corrupted dimension. Apologies. Please stand by.
The glitch in the matrix is expanded. See, what's gonna end up happening is that the corrupted dimension, low key, this is all just actually like a preview for Hightail. It's gonna corrupt so hard that it's gonna change to Hightail, and then how to Hightail will begin, and then suddenly you're gonna be in a completely different world. Like, whoa, man, what happened,
I'd
bro?
be so happy because I really want to play Hightail. I want it to release already. Look, Choco, there's a giant.
Yeah, I have some thoughts about giants too. Do giants
Why
also
do you go
maintain the
find
zombie tag?
Yeah. Well, they're a giant, so they have the giant tag.
Yeah, but I just want to make sure they're maintaining their zombie tag because, you know,
That's up to Minecraft. I don't know. That'd be a default Minecraft thing.
Yeah, but can't you, like, check it? Can't you look at
No.
Inspect it? What do you mean, no? Don't say no.
Inspect it? How do I inspect a zombie?
You guys have carpet in the back, right?
He's a giant.
Yeah, he's a giant, but you can see what the tags are for any given NPC.
Minecraft : giant.
Coder, do you know what I'm talking about?
I think it extends the zombie, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to open the server.
What is all this hoopla of extending zombies?
Well, I mean,
Dude's
number
a
one,
giant.
that's something that you may want to know whenever people ask you, does smite work on this? Because it'd be really awkward for swinging away with a smite sword. It's like, XD? You were swinging at me with a blank diamond, pretty much? Big laugh?
I mean, I can change things all I want. I can change the effectiveness of any enchantment on anything.
Okay, Frost, I need you to hear me out. I know this is going to sound like a bad idea originally, but it's going to be great. You just got to trust.
Alright.
Bane of Arthropods increases damage across the board by 1,000% for 1 day.
No one would have it.
Except for me, and that's the point. It would be great.
No one would know, because no one gets Bane of Arthropods.
And you know what would make it even greater is that if low key it was Bane of Arthropods increases your damage against all players by like 1,000%, and not even like 1,000, like it just does like 1,000 damage. But then in addition to that, it was only enchantable now on a fishing rod. No one would ever know. Or better yet, put like power 9 million and make them apply to snowballs. You see like this one snowball's like, oh, what are you gonna do with that snowball? And then eviscerated.
One tap someone with a snowball.
Yeah, imagine going up to the boss. So you just see a man. Is he gonna go in that fight with the snowball? Poof, just goes away. It's just
Easy.
yikes. Let's walk away.
Sniped.
Oh man. Dude, that would be brutal. I can't even imagine.
Would be sad times.
It'd be great times is what it would be. Holy smackaroonies.
I was
Alright.
excited. I found out I can change what happens when you guys silk touch blocks too,
Well, yeah, of course.
which is fun. I didn't know I could do that, so I can stop you guys from silk touching things.
Well, like the big thing is the main event you would be focusing on is right, like the original like natural gen block break. That's the big one. Although I am still incredibly suspicious about half the skills in the skill tree. Also, pretty sure Sweeping Edge is not getting the benefit from the 100% PvE damage. Question mark.
That's a dev thing, not me. Not it. Nose goes.
Jackson's just like, oh no, I seem to be going through a tunnel and my connection's ringing.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, starts swinging his cat around wildly in the room. Just, oh no, my cat is rare.
I'm going through a power outage. Sorry, I can't hear you right now. The lights are all off.
Coder, you're on your computer right now. Oh, but my computer doesn't require electricity. It's
Solar
powered.
computer.
It's powered by the strength of potatoes. Do you know how many of these I had to hook up to the proper nodes? You would never believe.
Powered by the tears of developers.
Okay, hear me out,
It's got
guys.
Infinite power.
Okay, guys, I need you to hear me out. This is an amazing idea, all right?
Hearing.
Infinity enchantment, but for snowballs. Okay? You have infinite amounts of snowballs. You cannot tell me that wouldn't be hilarious. And put like knockback like, or punch like 20 on them or something. So each time you get pelted, you just go zooming away. You can't tell me that doesn't sound like a hilariously great idea.
Works. Yay.
Do it, do it, do it.
Wait, can I add knockback to snowballs and have it work? I wonder.
Probably as a melee. I don't
Choco,
think.
come here.
Okay, I'm in the middle of fighting blazes, question mark.
Choco, come here.
No, I don't want to go anywhere. I'm in a room trying to grind blazes.
texture pack, please.
Coder!
Alright, you ready?
Coder, he's gone mad with power! Coder! Coder, protect me! Oh, can't hit me. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Yep. Oh, nothing happened. Nerd. Ow.
I wanted that kill.
Oh, I turned off animations. I forgot about that. Whoops. Sitting here going like, why is this happening?
Now you can't log out.
Toxic, dude. Try punch on it. Ow. Not like punch me with it, but punch the enchantment on it.
Oh, I had to... My bad. I had to use the other command.
No. Really, Jackson? Really? Are we back to this?
Here you go, Choco. Here's your present. Actually, let me get that in.
Jackson, I resent everything about you right now.
Oh, that thing's the best thing I've ever found.
Here you go, Choco. There's your present.
Ooh. Ooh.
Just don't throw it.
Does the infinity not work on here?
No, it doesn't work.
Aww. Aww.
I know.
Aww.
Oh, give me 1 second.
Hey, Coder, come here. I'm gonna throw a snowball at you.
I mean, sure, it's not gonna do anything to me.
I know. And it's just gonna go away. I'm gonna lose the ultimate snowball. But... I don't want to waste it, actually. Now that I'm in this moment, I don't want to waste it. I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm a coward. Wow, look at this, man. 2 admins and a Choco just hanging out. What? It's like you spawned in as a freaking snowman and the game freaked out and the Blaze was like, no! Not having any of this garbage. Alright. 27, or no, 37 more Blaze rods to go, chat. 1 more stack and we good, fam. Can you make Frost into a snowman?
Yeah.
Can we all be snowmen?
I mean, you won't see yourself as a snowman. That's the thing.
Aww. Why not?
Oh. Oops.
I see. We're all coders now. now if Nate ever gives us crap about that's a dev problem, he is a dev. We're all coders now. Oh man, I want to be a snowman. Wah, cry.
Hey. You are. I mean, actually, hang on. If you want to see it, what it's like.
Whoa.
Yeah, you see, that's why we turn it off.
Oh, yeah, very weird out-of-body experience. Hold on, let me dispatch with these. Ah! Hide behind Frost, the rude dude. Really, you let your own spawner on fire, my dude? I am deeply amused. This would be so confusing. Someone, this would be actually like low-key amazing in PvP because people are constantly trying to target your snowman, but it's really the invisible guy next to the snowman. Oh man. All right, can you have a? No, you take that back right now. You take that back right now, Jackson. Jackson's pushing me into the hole. No, Jackson. Jackson has a mind of its own. Make it stop. Hey, why does it keep pushing me with its butt? Get out of here. Look at him. It's butt pushing me everywhere.
It's entity collision.
Yeah, but why is it trying to gravitate towards a corner? And why is it doing it with its butt? No, it literally turns around to push me back. Look. Oh, it's because it's the way I'm looking. I understand now. Okay. If you, that's not funny. You think you're funny right now? You're not being funny.
There's not much else that's good. Actually, no. You know what's fun?
I don't even have arms to swing my sword. This creeper's on fire. What'd you do?
Oh no, look out.
Is that an exploding TNT model?
Choco,
Yeah.
look out.
Oh no, whatever will do. Would you say that I need to chill out, Frost?
Yeah, chill.
Do you know what you look like right now?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Am I cute?
I mean, you're always cute.
I mean, thank you. It's a lot.
No son of mine's gonna be not cute. What do you mean?
Hey, look. You upgraded.
What? My dream. I've finally collected enough diamonds to ascend into a diamond block status. Thank you, Mojang. You finally acknowledged me for the grinder I am. Oh, man. Hey, chat, now whenever you say, hey, you missed diamond, I know exactly what you mean. All right, can you put this wretched curse away from my soul? All right, let's see here. All right, so it's time for us to now go make the Enderman farm.
Endermen or Enderman?
I thought it was Enderman when it's plural, is it not?
Enderman?
I don't know. What
Choco,
is
you
it?
let us out in the nether. We're gonna melt.
I mean, are you trying to say that you're a fair weather friend? What kind of friend are you, Frost? Are you the good kind of friend? Frost, no! Frost, no! Listen! Coder, he's gone. Coder? Coder, step away from the ledge. I already lost one son today. Yo, what was... Oh, never mind. He's just fine. He's just being dumb. Stop trying to trident me, you jerk!
I'm like sitting here doing the math, staring at your stream.
I'm just imagining that
A
meme.
little bit to the side.
Imagining the meme, I'm like seeing like 3 of them, it's like simple geometry, and then like the thinking meme, it's like calculating like, well, Pythagoras' theorem would state.
I got pretty close, honestly, for one attempt.
Yeah, it was pretty close, ain't gonna lie. It's pretty good. This is madness. This is not the way I thought today was gonna go. I thought I was gonna have a nice, relaxed time. And somehow it ended with all of chat telling me that they doubted me. Well, not all of chat, but a good portion of chat. Because of these people. And then let me see here. I'm gonna take this, move all the glass over. I wonder if that's enough glass. Maybe. Well,
Never
just in
enough
case.
glass.
Yeah, that's like a weirdly true statement. There's really never enough glass. Although, in theory, we could make an auto glass maker on the server. Weirdly enough.
Watch me get a wither skeleton, Jackson.
Get a wither skeleton? That happens often. What do you mean?
There, skull. Sorry. What was that? Oh, okay.
Okay, we're gonna leave this as an artifact for... Oh, that looks great. That
I
looks
just
pretty sharp.
realized I have this.
Jackson, I think he's breaking the game again.
No, that's not even like close to the worst that we have.
That's the worst thing we've given. No, actually, we've given a player the wooden axe, so I can't say that's the worst thing we've given to a player. Because we gave G18 the axe.
He was on yesterday.
Oh, really? Does he still have the axe?
Wait, someone's running around with one of the big axes? Wait, what?
I don't know if G still has it. He killed Side with it. I remember that. That was funny.
Guys, please tell me you don't have someone running around the server with the big "we're gonna murder your life" axe.
No, no one active. So if
Yeah.
they come on, you just won't know it.
G was on the server last night. What do you mean?
Yeah, I know.
His NPC is holding it. If you've ever gone into Speedy and Side's house and downstairs, there's an NPC of G18, and he has the axe in his hand.
I am
Like that's
very
actually
worried.
the sharp 10,000 axe in his hand. So if someone ever finds a way to piss off an NPC, just remember that.
Watch your
NPC can
language,
smack you and
Frost!
One tap you. I'm sorry. Very upset someone.
All right, now I gotta mark it down the recording. 56
I'm
minutes.
sorry, Dad.
56 minutes in. Frost is naughty. Note is made. All right. I'm gonna. You know what? You don't even gotta be a boy. You gotta be a boy. All right. Let's see here. So let's see what I'm gonna be needing here. So we're gonna be making an Enderman farm that is actually also from Nimbon, oddly enough. But yeah, this farm is pretty wild. Looking forward to it. Should be a good time. And we're gonna need some carpet and stuff. I don't know why I used birch fences, but we can go ahead and use just regular fences and walls. Oh, I know what the fences are
I'm like,
for.
why am I going up and why am I going down?
Alright, so let me go ahead and we're gonna... No, I also need... Well... Alright, so we need 15 slabs extra. We're gonna need some stone. We'll reach in here, get some stone. And let's see what we got going on. So 15... Yeah, 15 slabs. Okay, that'll settle that account. And then we need some cobblestone walls. I'm gonna need some daylight sensors, which is kind of a strange one, but we will need some daylight sensors. And... Oh Lord, I clicked the wrong thing. What have I done? Oh no. Okay, we're good. Alright, and... So we're gonna need some daylight sensors or detectors, whatever they're called. This is gonna require a lot of quartz, which is kind of heartbreaking to be honest, but you gotta make do with what you gotta make do. Need what, 6 of these? Yeah, so we're gonna use some of the quartz that Kara was so gracious to give to us. Pretty exciting. We have more than enough glass. I say that, but I'm sure I'm gonna change my mind pretty shortly. We'll take some stone with us. And... yeah, I suppose that's the bulk of the work there, I suppose. Yeah, alright, so I need to get some wooden slabs now, some slabby boys. Each one will be 2, so I need... Well... Yeah, so I need to just get 3 planks. No, that's a lie. I need... I need 18? Me trying to do math as desperately as I can with like brain just on spin. What do I need to do? I don't even know. All right, let's go ahead, go back over here. And we'll go ahead. Start off with this. And then actually I need to fetch some glass from here anyhow. Pull this out. And let's make some daylighty boys. Okay, daylighty boys are done. We're gonna need some hoppers. The iron is always a struggle, but we'll figure it out somehow, chat, I promise. 6 of these, so we're gonna need 30. Okay, very good. We're gonna need some chests and such. String. I don't think I really need string. So yeah, we just need to make some walls. I need to make a fence gate. Oh, this is like the weird... This is not the one that... Okay. I'm using the actual like one from before. Okay, I see what's going on now. Alright, so I'm gonna need some cobblestone walls and a fence gate. We're gonna need 6 trap doors as well. This? No. Is it that? Yes. Okay, so I need to do this a handful more times. Do I have? I don't know, but I don't care because we're just going to use this instead. Okay, so I'm going to just put together... Oh, I guess I have the planks for it. I'm going to put together some of this real quick. All right. And then I'm going to make some trapdoors first. If I can remember how to organize inventory. All right, so 1, 2, 3. That will do. And then I'm gonna take... My goodness, my inventory needs all the help in the world it can ever receive. All right, let me make chests. A healthy number of you. And then we make some hoppers. Very nice, and that'll square away my chest and my hopper requirements, which would be kind of good. The sticks I can do away with for now. So I just need carpet, I think, pretty much. Oh, I'm gonna need cobblestone walls, which I have surely zero idea of how to do anymore. Oh, I do know how to do this. I actually did know how to do that. Rip. All right, so we'll put those in there. And yeah, just need to make a fence gate, and I suppose we'll be in pretty good shape here. Whoops. Boop, boop, and then whop, whop, and whop. Sweet. All right, cool. So that is now all squared away and done. Looks pretty neat. I suppose we could leave, if I was a wise man, I would leave behind some more stuff here. Leave behind some golden carrots just in case for future consumption needs. All right, so gates, trapdoors, walls, and I just need that carpet there. And I just am going to bring a good chunk of carpet. I think we'll be in good shape. So let me go ahead and actually, I suppose I could also. Okay, so let me go ahead and dump all of this junk into here. Okay, and that squares all that away. I'm gonna need some ender poils. Quite a few of them, if anything. Oh wait, I have a chest of ender pearls. Well, I'm going into the end dimension, so I don't really need ender pearls. Question mark, Choco, do you know what you're doing? I'm not so sure. Alrighty, and then let me see here. I'm gonna need that iron actually again real quick. We need 2 of you for some sheary boys. Okay, sheary boys have been acquired. Okay, we're gonna go hop up, make ourselves some carpet, and then we're gonna go and grind out some endermans. Should be pretty good. Alrighty. There's our sheepy boys. Very nice. And let me get my sheary boys on, and let's go shear some sheep. All right, a whole bunch of naked sheep, and then, yeah, sure, I'll shear some of you too. Why not? All right, cool. That should be it. So let's go ahead, go to the end, prep the stuff, and then we should be all ready to rock and roll here. We can go ahead and make it. Now we only needed like 4 and change in glass, so we should have more than enough glass here, because we do have more than that. But if I do need more, we can always come back. I'm gonna build not that way, although that would oh, I wonder if this is, wasn't this Petey's thing? Wasn't he like scaffolding out originally so he could, I think this was Petey. I think he was like trying to scaffold out and do things. I'm just checking to make sure that I have my elytra on so I don't get a little wrecked here. No, this was someone's Enderman farm. Wait, let's take a look. I want to take a look at this Enderman farm real quick. I want to see if they did what we're going to be doing. Okay, an interesting choice. Looks similar. Yep, that's pretty much exactly the same kind of thing that we're gonna be doing. So wait, what happened? What went wrong with this farm? Oh. Ah, yeah. Okay. I think I know what happened here. Meth and Brawl Enterprises farm. Do not replicate or big consequences. Well, I'm not going to be replicating exactly this, but I'll be replicating something fairly similar. Yes, okay. It won't be exactly this, so I think we'll be a-okay here. Pretty poggers levels of ender pearls right there, though, I gotta admit. Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm just going to slash home end again. Let's go the other way, though. Alright, so back through we go. And let's see. Oh, I forgot to do the check. Oh, I went there for like one reason and I didn't do it. Hold on, I have to check something. There is one thing that I need to confirm whether or not they did. Because if they did it, then yeah, this is gonna basically be what we're gonna be making. And I'm not really gonna be able to improve upon this a whole heck of a lot. It will be a little bit more efficient than this. Our farm will be a little bit better, but not by much. Okay, so cool. Either way. Let's go make a really wild Enderman farm, shall we? So, a couple things. Again, credit to Nembon, who was the same mind who came up with the iron farm that we're currently using. And as with all things that seem to come from this guy, it's nuts. Like, the stuff that he makes is truly wild, and like I cannot begin to even explain how, like, it's just crazy. Like, it's just crazy how this all works. So I'm really looking forward to this. This should be pretty good. We're gonna be making an Enderman farm here, and then this should get us most of the way for the not ender pearls, but the actual ender eyes. Now, again, I think we can go ahead and, ooh, actually, do I have enough? We need 4 and 36. Okay, maybe I do come back here with a little bit more glass. Let me get like 2 more stacks worth of glass. It shouldn't be that bad. This should be actually pretty lickety split quick. But let me get a little bit more glass, because that does make me super nervous. All right, and then Wobbuffet on down. Now, I know a lot of people have been like clamoring for this Enderman farm. This has been something that's been like plaguing my channel for a while. I didn't really want to introduce it until like the need arose for it, but now that we actually have a thing that we can do with the actual ender pearls, I have incentive to do so. The downside of this farm is that I don't really have a use for ender pearls outside of a certain point, right? In actuality, there's not that much practical benefit I receive from ender pearls. So the thing that's more useful to me is actually farming up the gold. And it just so happens that the gold farm also happens to be quite lucrative in terms of the experience gain, which is why we typically do it. In this particular case, though, I think we're gonna be making this, and we're gonna be running with it, and it should be pretty nice because we should be able to make some money off this in a way that makes sense with the server. And this should also be something kind of neato canito. But once it's here, this will be the new main way. If I'm in a rush to get experience or to get something mended, right? If I want mending just done, I don't really care about anything else. I'm not like I need to bolster resource counts or whatever. This will be the new place we go for experience, and you'll see why. For us in particular, this farm will be quite effective because our swings will be going off pretty hard. I do not know what the server's current settings are for like ND cramming and all that stuff, but I don't know what the single player mob cap limits and stuff like that. I don't know what any of that sits on currently, but this should end up being pretty darn wild. So let's go ahead and we're gonna see if I can't. I'd like to kind of bamboozle a little bit more glass out of these guys, but it seems like their work hours are over, so it should be getting close to night time. So let me go ahead and wait that out. But yeah, we're gonna try to whip this together pretty quickly. This is a pretty low resource required farm. In truth, the way that this really works is that it has two critical parts. It's gonna consist mainly of, well, there's a couple of things about this. Okay, so the spawn platform is the first big one, right? This is the most important part. Now, if you, again, I would highly encourage you, if you are into technical Minecraft, or if you would just like to see something really cool. Oh, also, hold on, wait. I know this is kind of like really rude for me to do in the middle of me explaining. I'll explain it all from the start again, give me one moment. But I want to thank the couple of people who did sub while we were talking our absolute mouths off, and I've been talking your ears off. Thank you, Benson and Hodges, for the 2-month resub, Dax0186 for the Prime sub, as well as Sunny Shine Ceiling for the Prime sub as well. I hope you all enjoy for the new ones. Enjoy your emotes for the very first time and have fun with that. Hopefully we'll get some other cool ones in soon. And then, of course, thank you for the resub there. I do appreciate that. And Ramen Beast is adding to it and gifting a tier 1 son. Yeah, he's not giving away a son, but he is gifting a tier 1 sub over to Pleb Lives or Lives. I don't know if it's Lives or Lives, but make sure you thank him, Pleb, and also thank you very much, Ron. That's very generous of you, man. But awesome. All right, let's see here. So, yeah, big thing. Oh dear. The big thing, of course, when it comes to the Enderman farm is a spawn platform. The reason why I looked at that initially, right, where we had the chunk viewer up, is because of the fact that in 1.14, I forget which version it was, and again, strongly recommend that if you're interested in this kind of stuff that you watch Nembon, because the original has a much better explanation and a much more thorough explanation than what I can provide to you today, because I just am not technically equipped. I don't have the knowledge nor the technical expertise in general for me to be able to say very specifically, like, this is why this happens. I have rough ideas of how things work, and I like to understand generally how things work, but I don't know them at like a deep level. But anyway, so my understanding is that basically after like a certain version of 1.14, the Enderman spawning became much more sensitive to the chunk placement. It used to be that you would want to get them roughly on the corners. What the heck happened here? Okay, I thought we had already slept. I guess I was just losing my mind. But basically, it used to be that you wanted them on the corners. If you don't have them on the corners, and if you kind of have them in the goofy spot, then they actually don't really spawn very well. But now if you put them on the spawn, or if you put them on the chunk center, it's pretty good. So what I've generally seen, and what it seemed to be advised in Nembon's video, at least what I took away from it, was that you should basically try to keep your spawn platform in one chunk, and within that one chunk, you're realistically looking for a centered spawning area, which is going to be pretty cool. This is going to raise your spawn rate by a fair bit depending upon what design you had. Now, when looking at maps, it looked like it wasn't really made with respect to the chunks at all. It was kind of like thrown in there. It ended up being, I think, pretty well like towards the center, so it probably will work fairly well. I would imagine that we're going to get a little bit more throughput than that. But either way, should be pretty wild, should be pretty crazy. Other than that, you're just looking for a place to gather them all up, and then upon gathering them all up, of course, you can go ahead and make sure you farm them, and you want to do so in relative safety. This is going to end up being things like making sure that your Endermite and stuff is positioned in such a way that the Endermite's never really at risk of dying, which I'm going to assume as of right now is what happened to the Endermite. But I wouldn't be able to know until I saw it, so we'll have to go ahead and see. Maybe there's something goofy that happens within paper or whatever the case may be. I never have seen it despawn on my end. after being name tagged, but that certainly does not mean that cannot happen. So we'll explore and see what's going on with all of that to kind of get a better idea of how all that is working. But yeah, we'll take a look into this and we'll do some experimentations. But really, it's the kill chamber and the spawning pad that really matters, right? Two very simple parts. The other parts of it really is just like a matter. Oh, I didn't bring a water bucket. Lol, imagine me. All right. So I'm bringing water buckets because I want to scaffold down. I don't really want to risk my life. I guess I could use bamboo scaffolds, but I still haven't used bamboo in the series yet, and I would like to do that after I make my bamboo farm, which is something that I'm currently struggling a little bit with because it's a struggle. For lack of a better way to put it, it's just a struggle. So we'll kind of see how that all goes about, but we will figure it out. Let me go ahead and grab... Do I have any water buckets at the ready? I probably have milk buckets at the ready. I don't think I have water buckets at the ready. I may have 0 buckets at the ready, actually. Very possible. Okay, there is a water bucket. Also, I really like the way that he did this. This was, I thought, really clever. So whenever you scaffold downward, right? I never really thought to do this, although it makes perfect sense. So I'm not entirely sure why I didn't do this. But I'm gonna do this once. I'm gonna make a cobblestone pillar that goes downward from whatever Y position I'm at and all the way down. It's really clever. Again, it's clever. The technical Minecrafters come up with like a lot of really like clever ideas as to how they think like they can get certain things done. And I'm sure this is something that has been known by like a lot of different people. For me, it's the first time I've been exposed to it. I was like, wait a minute, what? So this is kind of neat. So let me show this off for you. And it's, again, if anything, I guess the takeaway from this whole, like all these episodes where it tends to be like a dip and a look into the technical side of Minecraft, I am by no means like a very technical Minecrafter in like a really major way, right? Like I dabble in the technical stuff, but I don't really know a whole lot. The real big thing that I want you to think though is, and the reason why we do the ones that we do on this channel, these I think are all fairly realistic for anyone to do. Do you want to make the biggest version of everything? Maybe not. Do you need the biggest version of everything? Probably not. But is it really cool, and is it something I think everyone should at least take a gander into and like just try? I think so. I think this is always a good experience because this honestly is what makes Minecraft's endgame, right? Once you get into, maybe you don't go down the route of villagers. Maybe you're just using an enchantment table and you're mining for diamonds, and maybe that's the way you like play the game, which is totally fine. I just think it's kind of cool whenever you play the game and then you add in this new layer of mechanics, and that's where I think the game is at its most interesting, because you're puzzling out solutions and you're trying to figure out these cool things. And I think everything that we do on the channel is relatively accessible. They may not be the easiest, but as with all games that I think are very worth your time, there's some element of challenge, and I think that's really cool because you get to benefit from it directly in the game. And there's not like, it's not like a temporary benefit. You get the benefit forever. You both expand your knowledge as well as having a little bit more to work with resource-wise for other things. So you can chain them together, like an iron golem farm, for example, is able to lead us to other things, so on and so forth. So something I think worth noting, but all pretty darn good. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this whole process off. I'm going to go ahead and grab some glassy glass, and we're going to go ahead and scaffold on out. I'm going to adhere to the rule of 200, so real quick, I'm going to look down so I don't aggravate any of these guys. So 128 for 2 stacks, 192 for 3, which means I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because we already put one down. So this should be 200 glass as is. And we can put down the shulky so I can make sure that there's no way for me to accidentally overplace. Looks good to me. And then all this should be, make sure my elytra's on, so if I need to, I can panic rocket away. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and we're just scaffold out 200. Very, very cool. And then we're just going to scaffold out 200. And then I'm going to try this cobblestone thing. I'm going to be doing it from memory. It's not like it's very complicated. It's just literally you put a water stream down, they put a lava down, and they basically meet to create the cobblestone pillar downwards, which again, I just think is absolutely big brain kind of moment stuff, but should be pretty cool. And yes, I have learned the art of middle clicking. It's taken a while, and I know it's been something of a struggle, but should be fairly nice. Now, a couple things to remember here in terms of the way that you're looking into building all these things, and if you want a little bit of explanation. Again, if you want the more technical and the more holistic and full explanation so you can better understand, I would strongly suggest watching Nembon's video Hopefully I've linked it. If not, go look it up. It's part of his Fun Farm series. He even made an adjustment in the thing that we noted actually for the 114 stuff. I think it was the change between like 114 and 114.1 or something. But either way, check that out for sure. But we're building outwards to kind of make sure that there's no way that we are competing with spawns from the end island. We go a little bit extra for the same reason that Nembon did, which is we're trying to make sure that this farm does not interfere with another farm. So let's say that someone decides to do something, or like the Ender Dragon fight or whatever's going on and people go outward. We want to make sure that we're not interfering with that. So we're 200 blocks away. I'm now going to go ahead and put down a water bucket. And then I don't think it's here, is it? I think I have to go one more. Yeah, okay. So I think it's like right here. Nope. That didn't work. Well, I got a free piece of obsidian, I guess. I want this to work. Let's go ahead and go back. All right. And let's go get some more lava. I'm gonna grab 2. I kind of thought this would be like a one-try thing and then we'd be done, but I kind of goofed that up, so let me see here. Thankfully, I don't feel bad about drawing from this pool, like this giant pool of lava, because it didn't exist in the first place, right? So I'm not too terribly stressed about losing out on this lava here. For those who are like, wow, Choco's using lava? He doesn't usually, but like, yeah, I don't typically. I don't like pulling from the nether, but from here, sure. Because they wasn't originally in here to begin with. As the admins, cough, cough, decided to go ahead and quote unquote gift me a giant lava pit. Alright. So let's go ahead and bounce over to here. What's my favorite kind of chip? I don't know. Sour cream and onion sounds pretty good. But I don't know if I necessarily have one. I just like basic potato chips. If we're talking about like any kind of chips, I'm not saying like British chips, right? For those people who like chips, like when you think like a French fry, it's a French fry. And I will stand by that, even though it makes I know it doesn't make sense, but it's a French fry in my world, and I will fight you all. But I think my favorite kind of chip is actually the plain Jane, just salted potato chip. There's something like just timeless about it. I really like the crispy ones. I like the ones that are almost burnt. I'm that guy that's like, ooh, they're really crispy boys, and I'm just like, it's very satisfying. I like the texture. I like the crunch. This is very nice. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna try this one more time. I'm really surprised that didn't work. I'm actually really surprised that the water, for whatever reason, decided it was just gonna hate me. So kind of a strange moment there. All right, get to the end. At the end, in the end, you get it? Okay, and then let's try putting it here so there's no risk of it. No. Nope. Okay, well, I am confuzzled. So it clearly worked on some of them, but I don't know. This seemed to have a different reaction. Maybe this is, I'm not ready for this yet. It's too advanced, man. It's too advanced. Oh no, but I don't have water anymore. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, man. All right, you know what? I'm gonna leave a lava bucket back here. I'm just gonna leave that, oh, I'm gonna leave that right on this block. All right. We're gonna go home. And then we'll go get some water. Alright, go find a place where we can stay stationary for just a moment. Okay, everyone's telling me to place the lava first. Alright, no worries. And you see, this kind of stuff, I know this is kind of stupid, and some people are probably face-palming super hard. It's like, I'm watching this guy attempt to try to, and he has the audacity to try to explain something to me. But like, this stuff kind of really, it's like, it's really, really cool to me, right? It's, these kinds of things are what make up, I think, Minecraft's charm. Because I never know half of these things. You have to remember, I play basically whenever like, these SMPs and such happen. Well, that's not true. I have played a fair bit by myself, but like, I generally don't know a lot of stuff. I'm pretty small brain. And so finding out these big brain ideas from other people are really cool to me. So I really do enjoy them. I hope that everyone that watches has some kind of opportunity to like explore it and stuff. And it's fun. It's fun to share your like findings and stuff with other people, I think. So pretty pog, to be honest. Okay, so do I just like put that here? Oh, pog, it worked! And there you go, just like that. That will sort that one out. Now I'm gonna put water on the other side because I don't entirely trust myself. We're gonna go ahead and put these two things of lava away. Oh, actually, I need that. I didn't think that one through. I don't have the. I don't feel like risking it for the biscuit here. So let me go ahead and put this. I'm gonna put this lava stream right here. I'm gonna redeploy this water stream again. So, okay, so we're looking to get to y is equal to 0. Yeah. So let me go ahead and kind of expedite this whole process a little bit. Now the cool thing about doing this, and the nice thing, and the practical thing about doing it this way. Oh no, it didn't get all the way to the bottom. I ended it prematurely. How did, really? Okay. I guess somehow we did that too quickly. All right, well, shoot, let me try that again then. Oh, well, that did something goofy. How did it manage to do this? What is it doing? Oops. I mean, hey, I guess if it works, it works, you know? Like, I guess just take the win, I suppose. All right, so, yeah, I clearly goofed that up. But I guess we hadn't propagated the lava all the way down. I guess it was still on the way down like that one is. So, that's an oopskadoodles. But we'll figure it out. All right, let me go ahead, hop on out. Okay, cool beans. Grab that lava bucket, put that away. All right. And then, with any degree of luck, what I should have on my hands here. So we're gonna go down. I'm gonna probably end up wasting a lot of glass this way. But basically what you could do here is you could actually just try to pre-center the whole thing. We are not going to be doing that, unfortunately, but I would like to acknowledge the fact that that probably would be the big brain thing to do here. Okay, cool. So that's at y is equal to 0, right? And I have no idea how I managed to make this weird cascade of water happen, but sure, it makes like a weird curtain, and I'm okay with that. All right, so F3 and G, where am I sitting at? I think this blueprint ends up being like... I think it is angled right, actually, so that might actually work out pretty darn well. Let me go ahead and whip out the schematic for this, because I want to build this as close as I can to his version of it. I was about to make an Enderman farm, that was about, or an Iron Golem farm, that would have been pretty weird. All right, and then let's get some sticks out. Schematic placement. All right, cool, so you can start seeing the outline here. I'm going to get this thing rotated. Rotate. Cool beans. And then we're gonna move it over yonder. All right, so here's what I'm gonna first check, right? The very first thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna just ensure that we are kind of in the right ballpark for how we're gonna scaffold out. And then we're gonna redo the placement again in a moment. But let me go ahead and just see real quick. So we're roughly hoping for that to be the thing. Let me see here. Where are my chunks? Oh, this is really confusing to look at. All right. Let me move you forward again. Okay, cool. So our center of the chunk, right? So it's each chunk is these F3 plus G, right? And then this is going to create 8 sub boxes. Each one is worth 2 blocks. So I'm looking at this and I'm going, okay, I need to get this onto boom, boom, and boom, right? Because the center point is between these two, and I'm going to, because it's 3 wide, we're going to go a little bit wide here. But let me go ahead and I'm going to treat this actually as a center point right here. So we're going to make this the center point, and we're going to scaffold outward. Now I'm going to turn off the placement for this for a moment here. Let's see. Let me go ahead and take the placement for a minute off. And I'm going to scaffold out not too terribly far. Let's call it like about... Yeah, I'm going to go one more chunk here just for the sake of being complete. Okay. And then I think that should be fairly good. I just need to make sure that whole thing... Actually, I do have torches. Okay, so let me go ahead and real quick. I'm going to go back up the water spout and just make sure that's torched up because I don't want to have this do something goofy with the spawns. Oh. Right, and then we're going to go upward. Not entirely sure where this water stream... Oh, it's coming because it broke apart here. Yikes. Okay. Cam, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate you. Almost got startled and fell to my death. Not like this. Enderman, listen, my dude. Oof. Imagine that being the way that I go out. Okay, we're just gonna dig that bad boy out here, and we're just gonna clean this up a little bit so it doesn't have as many spawn potential issues anyways. This is all underwater. I don't think Enderman and stuff would spawn in here. Like, I don't even think it worries about checking this as a spawn point, so either way, it's probably best if I just got rid of all this. Okay, we're reaching the end here. Okay. Okay. More voidy void. And then I want to knock out... just one of these pillars, I think. Maybe we'll knock out... Yeah, we'll just knock out the central one, I think. I think we'll leave 2 pillars here. Should be fine. Okay. Approaching the end. Okay, very cool. Oh, actually, this is like a half pillar, so yeah, maybe we should get rid of that one too. Alrighty. Let's climb up. We're gonna erase this pillar. I guess we'll be just down 1 pillar, and that should be fine. And up we go. Claim that torchy. Man, this made some really goofy water streams. Yikes. Just saw my life flash before my eyes. That would have been bad. If I die out here, that's actually be a really sad day. It's just dawning on me like how bad that would be. We can re-get all of our stuff, but it wouldn't change the fact that that would be a pretty unfortunate situation. All right. So now that that's all said and done, let me go ahead, get the schematic placement back out here. All right, so you can see here, this is what the platform would look like, but I'm gonna kind of push this out a little bit more. So we're gonna go, let's see here. So right now, we're not quite centered. So we're centered to the left and right, so east and west orientation is fine. We obviously are not quite where we need to be in terms of our north-south orientation. So let's move this 3 forward. Whoops, if I can, be big brain and actually do this. So, all right, so I think this is now theoretically flush. All right, so I'm just gonna scaffold this bad boy outward. You might be asking yourself like why I didn't just start building there. I just want to make sure that this thing is all aligned, and I'm literally all I'm going to do now is I'm going to move the 16 forward, and that should be right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And by doing that, I should see that the fences are, of course, here, and everything else is looking good. So let me go ahead. I'm going to sink this bad boy because it is, of course, floaty a little bit. So let's go that down to Y0. All right, that all looks right. So let me just confirm that everything is looking all dandy. We are oriented a little bit kind of strangely, but that's okay. So let me go ahead and let's start building this bad boy out. And we're gonna be using, so typically people use leaves. That's because, you know, leaves are cheap and, well, I guess that's pretty much it. Leaves are cheap. But we're gonna be using glass here. I like the way it looks. It's kind of nicer because it makes everything, I think, look a little bit more clear. Well, I mean, obviously it's a little more clear, but it makes everything feel a little bit more, I guess, like less cluttered. It makes it feel a little bit more open, which I really enjoy. Because I tend to like to see like what's going on. It also helps me diagnose problems, which is why I think glass has been one of those things I've always liked. Now that we have like really sustainable ways to get glass, I'm not as worried about it, because it used to be that glass was sort of a pain to get, but now that it's the way it is, it's actually quite easy. So I like using glass because it helps me a lot kind of figure things out as we need to go. Okay. We're gonna hold crouch the entire time. Am I crazy? Or is this off? It is off by 1. Okay. I thought the orientation kind of looked a little strange to me. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna put this, and this is fine. All right, cool. And this is why we did it the way we did. All right, cool. So now that that's aligned with the actual chunk, so you can see here, right, that's the intersection point. Like that's a chunk right here. This is a chunk right here. That's a chunk, and so on and so forth. So we're gonna keep this restricted to 1 chunk area. Let me go ahead and just go and swoop up some more glass. I'm actually gonna drop off some of this cobblestone because we made quite a bit of it. Easy cobblestone farm, Kappa. And let's go ahead and keep on rocking and rolling here. Right. And the footprint of this farm, because it's 1 chunk, right, you're actually not talking about something that's that expensive. This thing is by and far the king of experience. I don't think there's any real question about that in terms of vanilla experience. MCMMO and stuff, that's not really the way that works to some degree. Like, yes, it's true, but it's also not true, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't bank on this for MCMMO because there's like weird things they have to account for. Also, depending upon the situation, if you're in a situation where you are using MCMMO, chances are there's a little bit more to it than it's just like, I'm just looking for MCMMO. Usually it's like within factions or whatever else, so I can't really say that would be really great for all that, because depending upon how your server is set up, that could potentially really be harmed by how the server is kind of working for you. So Enderman farms may not be a great choice, but I would say in generally speaking, this is gonna be good for all your vanilla needs, I would say. Ripperoonie glass, you will be missed. All right, so let's see. Okay, very, very cool. Oh, I forgot something else. Go figure. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead. And then I'm going to finish off this part of the platform here. I would suppose that'd be fine. Okay, very nice. Okay, cool. And awesome. Whoa. What? Oh, my phone thought I was asking for swimming pools. Oh, that scared the snot out of me. Oh, that's funny. All right. Okay, very nice. All right, and then this, of course, is going to be a little bit wacky just because of the fact that this is not actually the way that that's supposed to work, right? Like, this is supposed to be a little bit different, but because the way that we're going, we're just going to rock with this. I'm going to go ahead and fill the spawn platform up. We're going to use torches to go ahead and stop the spawning from actually happening, though. So let me just go ahead and get this quickly sorted out. As my pinky starts to like howl in pain, and I'm kind of scared that I'm going to eventually wince, and then my character's going to go careening off the edge of the void. I suppose I do have time to get back up, right? I mean, I do have a chance to recover with thanks to the elytra, but either way, I'd prefer not to tempt fate. All right, excellent. Okay, so just this by itself is going to spawn ludicrous amounts of Enderman. We could technically be like, yeah, all right, call it a day and then be done. We're not going to do that for what I assume is obvious reasons, because, you know, I'd like to build the rest of the farm. But yeah, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to take care of a couple of really odd bits here and there that I can do while I'm here. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to make some actual fences themselves, which will be pretty important. So let me go ahead and make that. Okay, maybe something like this. Okay, a little overkill. I could have just settled for the original amount there, but that's all right. Okay, just gonna put that block there for a moment. Place a fence here, and we're just doing this so as they all like freak out and try to like crowd towards one spot, they don't just kind of fall into the void for nothing. So this should help get more of them to their destination, which should be pretty darn cool. Expand this outward, pretty cool. And then we're gonna go ahead and start going out this way, get this all squared away and sorted out. Technically, I think that crafting bench counts as a spawn point, but we should be okay. So let me go ahead and get all this ready to rock and roll here. Now, so we just made the spawn platform, right? And I said there's two major components to this whole thing. The first part is done, which is the most important part, where the Enderman will spawn. You can make any number of ways to trap them and farm them and so on and so forth. The big thing is going to be that you at this point now have to actually sort out like the actual kill chamber, like where you're going to be collecting them. And Nembon had some pretty interesting things that were kind of brought up, which I'm going to kind of put into the center of attention for a moment. So basically, I don't know why I broke that. Basically, the thing that you're going to encounter with this farm at this particular point is you're going to end up finding a situation where whenever we make this kill chamber, we're going to make a couple of things that we're just going to be aware of. Number one, we're going to be using trapdoors to, like many mob farms, to kind of bait them into falling down to a really awkward position. Well, let me change the transparency of these blocks so I can be sure that I'm not about to like yeet myself off to death. Okay, so let me get the other stuff here while I'm at it. But we're going to be getting them up, having them fall down some trapdoors, and getting all that squared away. So that should be pretty par for the course. I'd imagine most people understand like why we do that. The other part of this, and actually the part that wasn't super clear to me originally, was why in the world this guy uses daylight sensors. The daylight sensors have to do with the height of the block itself and kind of the mixture of heights. Basically, the daylight sensor in combination with a slab, I believe. Or no, I think it's the trapdoor. Maybe it's the trapdoor. It might be the trapdoor, it might be the wall, I'm not quite sure. I think it's the trapdoor though. But between the trapdoor and the daylight sensor, what that actually does for you is you actually have the ability for... you have the ability to actually have your line of sight with the Enderman be broken. Because of the way that you naturally sit. So it saves you a little bit of grief. Originally I was like, oh, he's just using daylight sensors because that's what he had on hand. Didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, but then he explained it. I was like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. So if you were curious as to why that is, that's the reason for that. Let's see. Okay, so I could... So down here, I don't even know what we have down there, to be honest with you. All right, so let me go ahead. I'm going to switch this now. So we're going to go ahead and hit M and C, do this to a single layer, and we're going to just start clearing out layer by layer. Okay, very cool. All right, so these blocks are, of course, no good to us because these blocks are in the way of what we need. But first, before we do away with them entirely, I'm just going to go ahead and put our chest over here. Now, obviously, we're expecting a higher throughput than what should be held by one chest. But what I'm going to be doing, basically, is I'm going to be making the actual Eyes of Ender as we go along, which should allow me to stack to 64, I believe. So that's kind of the reason why I'm approaching it the way I'm approaching it. So let me go ahead, slap those bad boys onto here. Okay, very cool. Then all those hoppers are now feeding in. Nice. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go move that layer up a bit, and that's gonna reveal this. Now all of this, I believe, is supposed to be carpet, right? So I think this is meant to be carpet, but we're not gonna really worry about that. We're just gonna go ahead and roll with glass because we have plenty of glass and I'm not too stressed about it. All right, so daylight sensor, I'm gonna put one of those down. I think I can crouch off the side of you, but I'm not super sure, and I don't really want to find out that I'm wrong, so we're just gonna we're gonna assume it's working, but I'm also gonna be a little bit careful. We're gonna take some of these wool, make some carpets, and that's just gonna make sure that they don't dip down into the actual thing itself. Okay, I'm gonna very, very, very carefully. Nope. I'm gonna very carefully. Nope. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna put some glass blocks on top of here. And then this should be relatively straightforward. It should just be glass, 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 glass. I don't believe we really do anything with the corners there. All right, so we go ahead and do this. And then this is the part where I'm not super sure about it. So let's go ahead and render the whole shebang again here. Okay, so yeah. So there's carpets and stuff above this. The real big thing, of course, is that we want to get our endermite up here. Okay, so let me finish off doing what I can in this particular portion, and then I guess I'll move on to the rest of it, because I'm looking at the rest of this and I'm just kind of like rolling my eyes. I'm like, I don't really know if I should do this right this minute, because we're gonna have to come back to it anyway in a very short time. Alright, so let me put down the shulky. Actually, I'm gonna make this little hanging out area here so I don't have to worry quite as much about everything. Okay, very cool. Now I'm just gonna run this around. Should make it a little bit safer and make me feel a little bit less anxious about just yeeting myself off to death. All right, so shulker boxy down. Let's get the fence gate out here. All right, so fence gate we're gonna leave right. What? Oh, I just turned on the. All right, so I'm gonna leave that right there. You might be like, okay, what's the point of this? The point of what we're making right now is something that was observed by, again, Nemban, but he was basically remarking that a very important part right here is actually the fact that I guess now Enderman can hit you with the old system that used to exist, and that was sort of a problem. So in order to make that not as much of a problem, he's gone ahead and he's added in this little extra bit here. The fence gate lets you make sure that you don't get knocked back into some kind of really bizarre situation, or if you get shoved or whatever. That should keep you kind of safe and ready to go. And then the walls themselves will also help you for a very similar reason. You'll see here on this next layer, right, there's gonna be a whole bunch of this stuff above me. That's just gonna be carpet and stuff, I believe, just to make sure that everything is all good to go there. But let me see. Yeah, so if you look at the very top right, actually, this all is prismarine slab, which I'm a little bit surprised by. But let's go ahead and just assume that that's meant to be the way it's meant to be. And let me get some slabby boys out. Let's put these down. Guess we'll put the bow away for right now. Okay, so we want the top slab. Okay, so there's a slabby boy. And I believe the main thing of this is that this is going to prevent Endermen, right, from appearing in here because they're too tall. Hey, Carboopy, thank you for the, was it the tier 1 2-month resub? Thank you very much, fam. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Sorry, I'm quite focused on the task at hand because this is like, I'm going to see if I can just do this. Basically, it's not, I wouldn't really call this quite from memory, but this is a fair bit from memory. So I'm trying not to botch it really hard. But okay, let me go ahead and make some more cobble walls. I thought we had enough cobble walls, but I guess not. All right. Boom, just like that. That's all looking excellent. All right, so then what we can do, it scared me. I thought I was about to fall to my death. I was really confused for a moment there. All right, so I can go ahead and slap these trap doors like so. And then that will square those guys away. And then the rest of this involves carpet and building upwards and getting a nice little endermite to cooperate with me. And we'll come back to that because I do need actually a hopper, which is going to be pretty darn important. So I can go ahead and get rid of the chunk thing because the chunk thing adds absolutely nothing. I'm sorry that I left that on while you guys were just like, why, Choco, our eyes? But let me go ahead and square this away. But just to kind of confirm and for my own like sanity, I'm just going to real quick double check to make sure that we didn't just oops-skadoodle anything really massively here. So let me go ahead and get rid of this slab because that has nothing to do with anything. All right, so the trap is secure, right? There's no way for it to get out. And then the trap doors are actually here and everything is looking all good. I have absolutely zero idea what that did. And then we're gonna go ahead, render upward. So you can see now this is gonna be a whole bunch of carpet here. I think this is gonna also run the additional thing of making sure that nothing goofy is going on with spawns, which is kind of nice. Let me go ahead and place down some carpet. Okay, very nice. Now this carpet right here, I believe would normally have been purple, but I'm not gonna really worry about it. It's the way that's gonna go. I'm basically not gonna be too stressed about it. Eventually we'll get stressed about it maybe. Actually, let's put them down. I'm curious to see what happens. I don't think they can just like, actually no, I don't trust the server enough. We're gonna do away with that layer for right now. Move this up a level. Alright. And then we're just going to put all this carpet down. I think, again, really the main point of all this is that we're just trying to make sure that this isn't about to, like, give us a really bad day from some really unexpected Enderman surprise kind of situations, which should be pretty good. I will put in these purple ones because I think that one will be pretty darn important. But we'll end up seeing. All right, move up one more layer. Okay. And then I think that's it. All right, cool. So all of this is all set up and all that's looking fine and dandy. Great, great, great. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's like right here it ends up being. But I basically need to build up from this block and then I need to make 2 blocks out. So let me go ahead and do that right now. So I think it ends up being something like this. Right, and then I'm trying to scaffold this bad boy out. Well, actually I guess I'll go one up because that was a potato. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I want 2 rails here, a minecart with an endermite. I'm gonna try to drop it down. It should be the case that it'll end right at the edge of this block. And then if I break down the carpets and I replace them, it should be that it's just out of reach for the enderman, but it should still register that it's a valid target is what we're hoping. I don't know if that will work exactly to plan because I'm kind of winging it a little bit here from memory, but hopefully we'll be fine. So, okay. I'm pretty content with how everything is currently looking. Let's go get our 2 sets of things, right? So I need 2 rails, two rails, a minecart, and then we should be all good to go. Of course, I'll do one more spot check to make sure I'm not just like, LOL, just completely forgetting something. And for actually all of our rail and iron needs, we can go to one place, which is kind of nice. Alrighty. And then we're just gonna flippity floop all the way down to here. Okay. It looks like we're kind of running close on time here. So here, what we're gonna do is I want to get this going, make sure that it all works, torch the thing, and then not like torch it, like burn it down or anything, but we're gonna just torch to make sure that everything is looking all fine and dandy. And then we're gonna go ahead and, oh man, we had some iron in here, who knew? All All right, so we're gonna go ahead, take these, take some rails. We're gonna leave it, we're gonna torch it to make sure that the light's there, so nothing's spawning. And then after we get that all squared away, we can come back to this tomorrow. We can hit it up, which gives everyone, again, everyone else on the server gets a little bit more time to make sure that they have a chance at getting in any last-minute attempts for the world quest. And I think that's more than sufficient. I don't really think that everyone is going to be too bent out of shape if we end it right there. If anything, it means that there should be a good episode ahead of them. And I'll probably make some note in chat and be like, hey, just so you know, we're planning on like trying to wrap up the quest today. So if you would like to get anything in before we end it off, just be sure to get that in. But okay, here we go. All that looks good. Let's go home end. All right. And I can show you the world. This is how I die. This is literally how I die. Pog, I'm actually amazing at this game. Let's go. Okay, my weird, like, octopus water stream. Okay. This is some shady scaffolding. We're gonna have to do something. Oh no! Oh, well, it's okay. Actually, no, we're fine. So I'd be like, I didn't bring any ender pearls. Could you imagine? Oh my lord, please send help. All right, cool. So let me just double check to make sure that everything is looking pretty darn good here. All right, so we ripped that up. Do I have anything else that's making me concernicus? I don't think so. How's that all looking? It's all looking pretty good as well. I mean, I think it's all there. I think we're in pretty good shape. All right, so let's try to get this endermite to spawn, shall we? So let me actually rip up this carpet boy, and then we'll put that glass right there. Okay. Put down a couple of Rayleigh boys, and then get a shulky out here with some ender pearls. Absorb the shulky box. All right. And then for this part, because this guy's going to be a nerd and attempt to murder me the entire time, we're just going to go ahead and I guess we'll say sayonara to the cobblestone walls. All right. So we're just going to go ahead, get the cart at the ready, the name tag at the ready, and I'm assuming that this guy's going to be kind of a jerk, so we're going to see how this goes, but we need to... Wait, hold on. So the order of operations is this, right? Ender pearl to get the endermite, name tag it right away, and then put that in a cart, so... And one thing to note, I believe, is that this guy does need to actually... It does actually need to be a endermite that's natural spawned, so something also worthwhile mentioning for those of you who would like to try to make this on your own. A couple of these, I'm basically trying to give you guys like my notes of what I didn't really know at the time, and hopefully this will help to make some sense of what you hopefully will be able to do with great success. Because if I can do it, any of us can do it. All right, so there we go. I think I'm actually meant to drop it a couple more carpets, so maybe I shall do that. As a matter of fact, I'm fairly sure that's exactly the case. All right, so let me see here. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Yeah, okay. So then we'll just... Whoop. Maybe I can't put carpet there. Oh, no. All right, well, we'll take a look. If I need to resummon an endermite, it's not that bad to do. And so we'll give this a kind of a rock and roll and just do a little bit of a testy test. But let me go ahead and just let's try that out for now and see what happens. Okay, so Frost is a bad boy sitting in the mine cart. We can go ahead and turn on the farm, which I just realized I don't really have a great way back. I'm gonna do one more spot check real quick. Actually, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this because this is gonna confuse the heck out of me. All right, so let's go ahead and give us a run. And I think we'll be all good. We're gonna be a little over time probably, but that should be okay. All right, you know what? Let's just screw it. Let's just go for it. I was gonna risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, let's go ahead and risk it. So we're gonna break this down. They still abide by the spawn rules of that I can't be too close to them, so that should be a-okay. Let me go ahead and, I guess, just attempt to elytra out. I feel like I just played a very dangerous game with my life, but that's all right because it worked out. Oh my god, I've never been so scared in all my life. Oh no, donkey. Ho 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 ho. Yeah, all right, and we got ourselves some Enderman going. Very cool. I think it's dying to entity cramming already. Oh, right, I'm not supposed to crouch. So you're not supposed to crouch in this. I completely forgot, and I was being a patat. Alright, so just like that, we got that whole thing going. I'm gonna put something I need to mend on the offhand. With 100% PvE damage as well, right? That's factoring in this whole equation. You can see that they're repopulating pretty darn quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this fence gate behind me. So we should be secure right now. I should be able to farm this pretty much as I need. But you get the idea, right? I mean, this is the general premise behind it. Let me actually go ahead. Actually, can I serrated strikes these guys? Just for the memes? Just for the memes? All right, so let me serrated strikes. And there you go. Oh, and they appear to have stopped, which means that my Endermite probably did die. So I probably didn't have a great position on them. That's all right, because we did need to kind of wrap it up for today. But there you go. So that's the way that was meant to kind of work in some degree, in shape or fashion. So hopefully that makes some sense for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and just make a couple of chests right here. I'm not going to really stress too much about the chest management ATM. But let me go ahead and just kind of swoop up some of these stragglers. All right. But yeah, pretty good stuff. I do want to see what happened to the Endermite. I remember looking at it and going, it might be a little bit too close. We might make an adjustment here. If I do make an adjustment, you'll see it in the next episode. Yeah, it almost certainly died to a punch. That's super unlucky. All right. I'm almost curious to know if this is... Well, okay. Out of curiosity, I'm going to do this for science. I want one more try at this. One more shot at the king here. Let me go ahead. So I'm going to actually drop this guy a little bit further behind. Okay, so let me give that a go, because I have a suspicion at the moment. I have no idea why this is all goofed up, but no, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I know what happened there. So this was something that I was a little bit concerned about. Those purple carpets I had mentioned earlier. This is because of the fact that it's very likely that one of the Endermen will get like a lucky punch because they're like freaking out and all crowding like in kind of a crazy way. So we kind of expected that to happen. Because the Endermite, I admittedly did not do a great job of like leaving it in a position where it was likely to live. So let me go ahead and just try to get another one going here. I'm obviously not, I don't have a, whatchamacallit on me. I don't have a name tag, so this is just gonna be a temporary one. But more so for my curiosity than anything else. Oh, well that's a big sad. Okay, well. Can I like punch you with a pearl? Okay, well, I'm gonna get the positioning reconfirmed about where exactly I need to be putting this bad boy. I think it would work though. I wanna try it one more time, because I'm curious. I'm ever so curious about it. I'm pretty sure. We have 2130 has been received from MEFs. Kip. Thank you, question mark? Oh my word. Oh, that ender chest is somewhere. Oh no. Okay. Oh wait, there it is. Okay, cool beans. Okay, let me get some minecart action up in here. All right, let's try it one more time because I'm quite keen on figuring out how this will work. All right, so chomp, chomp, chomp. And oh, I forgot all my ender pearls. All right. Imagine forgetting ender pearls in your Enderman farm. Big sad. Okay. All right. Easy acrobatics grind, Pog. This is actually not at all a good way to do this, but I like how I'm just slowly dying. Please, game. Regen my HP. Alright, there it goes. There it goes. Alright. Ah, don't be a jerk. Oh, well, rip. I just heard it snickering down there. I do have to be relatively fast about this. I think I hear it snickering underneath me. Weird. Come on. I want one more look, man. That's all I want. I just want one more look. There it goes. No! Can I? Okay, hold on. Ow. You, sir, are a jerk. Alright, let's go ahead and put that right there. Oh, is this guy really just gonna like savagely fight me? Or are we really at that point? Okay, I guess so. Alright, fine. You wanna have some fisticuffs, man? I'll fisticuff you. Hiya! You're winning right at the moment. Yikes. Almost ended my life. Well, that guy's... I mean, he looks like he's hanging in there. Ow. Oh, right. There's an Enderman viable spot here. I just killed him by punching him with a pickaxe. Well, that's new. Okay, so now the Endermite's a little bit further back than before. So maybe that'll fix the problem. I don't know. We'll have to see. To be seen. So let's go ahead and give this another go. That's not encouraging. All right. There is also indeed an Endermite right there, which is apparently the strongest Endermite that ever lived. What? How are you guys appearing all over the place? Yep, it went away again. Interesting. Well, we'll have to figure it out. I'm gonna have to figure something out with that Endermite. I'm here. Because that one Endermite that was just like left down here. Oh, you know what I should do? Okay, we might do some testing tomorrow then. But yeah, we'll have to figure something out. I'm gonna poke around a little bit and see if I can't figure out what's going on. I am pretty sure that the Endermites are just dying. Like they're just dying because Enderman's like sneaking by and like assassinating them. So we'll have to figure out something for that. But either way, hope you all enjoyed this episode of H6M. As I'm going to do the outro, I guess we'll ferry over some of these Ender Pearls. But thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, consider leaving a like rating down below. Subscribe to the channel if you, of course, are enjoying the content. Notification bell if you'd like to be notified. Like rating on the video, like I said. And yeah, so today we got this going. Tomorrow we're going to go ahead and hopefully be turning in our actual winnings here and our earnings and converting that into Eyes of Ender and then getting that all squared away to some degree. We have a pretty decent source of the stuff now at the very least. I do want to get this Enderman farm a little bit better set up because I'm pretty sure we can get that fixed. But either way, let's at least do, I guess, before we sign off, we'll do the baby box first. So we'll do this little baby shulky. Let me just chuck out these. Well, maybe I should hold on to the rails actually. We'll hold on to the rails in like one of these. We'll hold on to you in one of these chests. That should be fine. All right, cool. So let me go ahead and take out these blaze rods and just so we can get some Eyes of Ender here so we can actually like have said that we properly did do that. So let me type in I. Very cool. Okay. And then likewise again here. Grab some more Ender Pearls, and you can tell like this is obviously like if this was still running it would be a little bit better. Truth be told, this may be one of the very few farms that having 2 people at it might actually do a fair bit of good. I'm actually wondering if like because one person can be crafting while the other person's slaying and so on and so forth. That 100% damage should actually pay out fairly well, so I'm quite keen on that. Oh, you know what? I bet you one of the things that is actually happening here is that these Endermen, the reason why they were warping around, they're probably trying to get a better angle. Maybe that's what was happening. I don't know. This is something that we're gonna have to look into at some point. All right, so almost done through here, and man, we blow through this stuff pretty quick. That's okay. All right, so Eyes of Ender in, these random planks out, dark oak fences out. I think the world will continue spinning. All right. And then Eye of Ender. I wonder why it's, I mean, I suppose this would just be faster just to be like, yo. Well, maybe it isn't faster because I still have to make that operation manually anyways. All right, so another stack of those bad boys. Swoop up the rest of these Ender Poils. Very cool. And then Eye of Ender. We'll just go ahead and burn through most of these guys. Okay. Oh dear. All right. Make another stack of those boys. Yeah, we're on our way, certainly. Stack. I somehow ended up with 1 Eye of Ender. Expect to see a 15? Yeah, okay. That was kind of a weird one. Alright, let's see here. Cool. Eyes. Yikers. Imagine doing this without having the blaze powder to do so. Alright. Oh, I did the same thing again. Alright, so Eye of Ender. Nope, I'd like to have multiple, please. Thank you. And just like this, we're in good shape. All right, cool. So Eyes of Ender, we have a decent way of getting to at this point. And overall, I think pretty positive stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and square that away, I think tomorrow, because it would be kind of like lame if anyone were to complete this like while everyone else was offline. So, I mean, we have the time, we do technically have the play time, so I could do it if I really wanted to, but we're not gonna do that because that'd be I don't think people would appreciate that too much. If someone just randomly was like, yeah, I did that while everyone else was offline. It's like, oh man, come on, dude. So we'll go ahead and message out to everybody, and we'll see how that all plays out. But all right, let me put these away because we have no more blaze powder, so not like a whole lot can be done anymore right there. I'm pretty happy with all of this. I'll do a little bit of like investigating as to what's going on with the Endermite, because that's, again, I'm pretty sure they're dying. So let me redetermine where the positioning is, because I don't think I'm doing the positioning or at least the carpets quite correctly. So anyways, I know that was kind of a weird, lengthy outro, but anyways, have a wonderful, safe day. Oh, and do we have anyone in chat? Ooh, admins, do we have anyone prepped? I forgot to do it. Ah! Let's see. If you want to do the outro with me, just for chow for now, and then I'm going to immediately dip out though, feel free to hop into the Discord and then we'll pull someone over. Hopefully no one is prepped. Okay. Well, in that case, Jesse, do you want to do it? So Jesse's one of our mods. Okay, cool. So as always, and most importantly, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful, safe day. And until next time, I didn't even join the channel. Imagine this world. Okay. And until next time,
ciao for now.
Oh my God, Jesse, that was so loud. Oh, try that again, but not as loud.
Ciao for now.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna turn him down. Just gonna turn him down from. Okay. All right, like whisper it softly.
Ciao for now.
There we go. All right, take care, everybody. Hey everybody, Choco back, and I just wanted to kind of do a little bit of an addition to the video because we decided to do a little bit more testing. I've been throwing out what ender pearls I'm getting. I did go up in swords by a bit, but I don't really know if anyone cares. Because let's be serious, what's the rated strikes gonna do to someone? But basically what ended up happening here, I guess there's technically counterattack, but anyways, neither here nor there. The big thing is that we have ourselves a new endermite, which I forgot, like Get in the Cart was the name, I believe. But we got this little endermite buddy of ours in here. This thing has been holding stable for a little bit, so should be pretty good. This guy has been hanging out pretty steadily. I'm pretty sure that I was right that they're dying due to actual like mob damage. So now it should be okay. We placed it on top of the carpet, so it's a little bit above where they can reach, and it's just putting them a little bit outside so that, you know, they yeet themselves across the ridge, then they fall straight down. And it seems to be the case that they're not quite able to hit ya boy Get in the Cart. So should be a-okay. We did do a couple of adjustments, and apparently my serrated strikes might have killed them the first time around or something like that. We made a couple of adjustments in terms of what's going on with like putting the carpet all the way down. We also have made sure we got a couple of these name tags here at the ready, as well as the 2 rails. So we should have a backup should that one die. But we have the general idea of how this should work. But this should hold pretty steady. I don't see why it wouldn't. So again, the main difference was we just stacked everything with carpet. You can see that that's echoed throughout the rest of the thing as well. Like we have carpet here, and so on and so forth. So this is just preventing Endermen from being too cheeky with us. While we're in here, they shouldn't be spawning this close to us, and it's extremely unlikely that they're going to warp over here. So we should be a-okay. So anyways, that should